Hi, I'm Dr. Josh Hand, and welcome to the Human Powered Life Podcast. This is where we help you unleash your human potential. I want to welcome you all to 2025. Happy New Year, and I'm happy and very excited to be back with you on the podcast. This is going to be an amazing season. This is the season of chiropractic with the Human Powered Life Podcast. And many of you may be thinking or even asking to yourself, I wonder why he's doing this. Why is he doing a chiropractic only podcast? Well, I'll tell you this. There's a lot of reasons. I'll give you a couple. One, there's a ton of misconception out there of what we do as chiropractors. My mission in the natural healthcare world and the chiropractic world is to have people start to make choices where they choose things like chiropractic first, they choose chiropractic second, and then medication and surgery last. Not the other way around. I all too often have patients come to me and call us doctors of last resort because they've tried everything. And then they come to us and realizing, holy cow, they should have come to us first. So I want to make sure we have the opportunity, the platform to get as much information about what we do out there. A second thing is this. The web is completely covered with chiropractic adjustments and all sorts of different things all over social media. And, we'll have patients come in and go, Doc, you can show me a video and say, well, am I getting this? And I won't even know what they're showing me. There's a lot of confusion. There's a lot of crazy going on the web. And I ultimately want you to have the best opportunity to make the best healthcare choices, not based on a social media video potentially, but to make it on the science, on the why behind we do what we do. So that being said, there are other reasons why I'm doing the chiropractic edition. One is what we're seeing is an inverse relationship on the amount of medications people are taking and the actual health of the country. So the more medications we've been taking over decades, they've been climbing. Our health has been going down, right? So it's an inverse relationship. And what I mean by that is this. Right now, we're approximately 5% of the global population. We take upwards of 50% of all medications produced on the planet. That's a lot. The second thing is this. If we take all the people in the United States, and these numbers you can find online, it's about 60%, or maybe a little bit north of 60% of all Americans have a chronic disease. And what I mean by chronic disease, think of this: heart disease, cancer, diabetes, metabolic syndrome. All of these different variations of chronic disease show up at 60% of the people. That's a lot of people, right? 40% of them, 40% have 2 or more chronic conditions. That's insane. This country is going downhill fast in the health department. And our job as chiropractors, my job as a chiropractor and we'll call me a podcaster, call me someone that's sharing information virtually, is my mission to help you have the best opportunity to make the best decisions for your health and your family's health. So in this season of chiropractic on the Human Powered Life Podcast, what it will look like is pretty cool. So I've done a lot of interviews, a lot of chiropractors. There may be a researcher. There may be some advocates, right? People that love our profession and that we'll be having conversations with. And you're definitely going to want to tune into all of them because there's lots of great different perspective. And the really neat thing is how I came to this is I started to search for what kind of questions people ask about chiropractic online. So I searched all of the search engines, got a bunch of questions, and I started to ask artificial intelligence. Hey, artificial intelligence, what are the most common questions the public has about chiropractic care? Got a good list, so I took the top 10, combined them with what I found on the web, and took 10 questions to ask. Some of them are a little bit longer-winded by some of the guests, and that's great. Some are short to the point. Why this is important for you is you'll have an actual real perspective before stepping into a chiropractor's office if you've never been to one. And also if you're going to one, it gives you knowledge. It gives you some ammunition for conversation. And your doc may go, wow, Mary, how'd you know about that? Well, hey, listen, I'm listening to this podcast and this whole season's about chiropractic. So this is as much for the public as it is for the profession. Because ultimately, the numbers are hard to know, but our profession sees about 10% of the US population, probably a little bit less than that. There are approximately 60 plus thousand chiropractors in the US. To give you an idea, I think there are close to 1 million medical doctors in the US. So we are starting to scratch the surface. People are now searching us out because we don't use things like medication. We don't inject people with things. We help people function better. And I'm not going to answer all the questions for you on this episode with me because I have a lot of back and forth with our guests, and you'll see my answers as well. And at the end of the season, if you want more, you want me to actually answer all of the questions myself personally, I'll drop a bonus episode where we can answer it. I can even do it on a live stream as well. So once again, I want to thank all of you for being part of Lifestyle Locker Radio, the Human Powered Life podcast, for being part of this tribe for a long time. And I will say, I apologize for not being as active in teaching as I have been in the past. The good news is this, that I have not stopped learning. I had just finished my functional health or functional nutrition or functional medicine, whichever way you want to talk about it. I've got a degree. So from 2021-ish, 22 till now, I received another degree, did a lot of schoolwork, a lot of learning, a lot of reading, and I have tons of great knowledge to share with you as we go through the Chiro edition and then beyond, because we're going to start to pick and choose other topics to keep moving forward so we can keep you engaged, keep you in front of what's going on in the natural healthcare world, but also give you ammunition to stay healthy yourself, right? I don't want you to rely on somebody as a crutch. I want you to utilize, for example, a chiropractor to keep you performing well. I want you to use food to help nourish the cells in your body. I want you to move for many different reasons because it's part of being human, but it's great for your mind. So as a big picture, I want you well. I want you healthy. And hopefully we can entertain you and have some fun as well. So if you're loving this, one more time, please leave us a review on iTunes, drop a comment where you're seeing this online, and I look forward to seeing you on every single episode of the Human Powered Life podcast. Once again, I'm Dr. Josh. See you later.
Wake up with the sun, feel the day's begun. Heartbeats like a drum, life's truest hum. Pedal through the streets, wave at those we meet. Simple smiles repeat, life's rhythm sweet. Human power, life, no need for the rush. Feel the wind touch, in this moment enough. We're in no hurry, let our minds be free. Cities, song and kinky, feel so truly me. No engines roar, just our hearts and more. Footsteps on the floor, life we can't ignore. Human power, life, no need for the rush. Feel the wind touch, in this moment enough. No engines roar, just our hearts and more. Footsteps on the floor, life we can't ignore.